Folks, no need to worry. The madness is almost here. March Madness, that is. Welcome to the set of You Say Maize,
when is March Madness coming?
It's about a week and a half away, Danny. Are you kidding me? You don't know?
I feel like March Madness is like in a month or so.
No, a week and a half away, 11 days exactly from the date of this show. I know spring break's coming up.
February 28th, I feel like.
No, that would be 11 days, and then March 1st is right there. You're messing the math up, Danny. You're confusing the viewers. Just know it's coming up. It's coming up.
Ancient, like, Tibetan calendar over here. I'm still on the standard
Wolves Sports
basic.
Director Danny Sass on the right of your screen. I am merely the host, Chris Cichon, on the left of your screen. Danny, let's get into the show.
30 days have September, April, June, and November. February only has 28.
You're a smart guy on the screen here. That's why you go to Ann Arbor. Danny, you can go ahead and say Maize. I'm going to say blue is, and you got to tell me, was it a blue or was it a pink blanket when you got your newborn kid?
No, let me just clarify, Chris.
Congratulations.
Chris, before you start throwing the congrats my way, you can go ahead and say blue. I'm going to say Maize, and you would be amazed to know that I am not actually a father.
Oh.
This was merely a one of those going out of business purchases from Stephen Barry's. Yeah. It was either that or one of those XXXL Michigan pharmaceutical.
Deals, huh?
Not doing it.
Well, yeah.
Went with the Michigan dad.
Too bad Stephen
I'll wear it with pride, but no children.
Stephen Barry's no longer here in Ann Arbor.
I know, it's a crying shame.
Leading off the show, speaking of no longer here in Ann Arbor.
Stephen 3. I love that segue, Chris Cichon. What does this mean for the Michigan team?
Well, I mean, it just means there's going to be less competition at that position going into spring now, which is only, coming up next month, also at the end of March there and in the fall. Tate Forcier, the four-star recruit, highly touted from California, coming in. He's already in Ann Arbor, working out with the team over winter. And also Denard Robinson comes in as an athlete from Florida, but it looks like he might be have a little Pat White in him maybe. And, and perhaps this kid could also play some quarterback, maybe like Justin Fagan from last year. So about maybe 3-4 guys in there in the mix. Nick Sheridan is the top returning quarterback now, Danny. So I don't know what you want to say about that.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Sheridan next year. I mean,
really?
It's always tough. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you take a kid like you take a kid who is a freshman in Tate Forcier. I mean, we saw what Ryan Mallett did on this team as a freshman, Chris, and it wasn't pretty, and Ryan Mallett was a 5-star recruit. When Mallett struggled as badly as he did, you have to imagine that Tate Forcier is going to hit his growing pains. It's very difficult for a freshman to step into an offense and lead it well. I think
that Nick Sheridan is going to play quarterback for this team again. Did you see what happened last year?
I think he'll start opening.
He was atrocious.
I think he will start.
He wasn't atrocious. It was a laughing stock of the Big Ten having Nick Sheridan as Michigan's quarterback.
And what's going to happen?
Granted, he beat Minnesota.
What's going to happen when this Michigan team throws out a 4-star freshman who's never appeared in a college game? And
they're going to be exactly where they were at the start of this past season, Danny, and that's all they can do. I mean, what do you can? Nick Sheridan is a lifetime backup.
Then we can say, oh, I mean, this is a kid who was a walk-on. Let's be real. He never really expected to play.
So he's not the quarterback of Michigan.
A non-ideal
he's not the quarterback of Michigan. It has to be Tate Forcier. They're just going to throw him in the fire.
Well, then here's my question for you: is how many wins does this take off? I mean,
here's the thing.
Okay, well, we like to think that if Threet comes back next year, and he showed signs of promise. He was not a terrible quarterback, and he did everything that the coaching staff asked of him.
It's a shame.
I as a fan did not hate Threet. He took hits.
It wasn't bad.
He got the job done. Not great numbers. 9 touchdowns, 7 picks, 2 of them on the ground with the touchdowns over there. But, he did everything. He took hits. He threw his body. He played hurt. He was a competitor.
You said how many wins. I think it all depends.
I think he takes a few wins off
the wins does not depend on the quarterback. It depends on the rest of the team. The offensive line in particular. If they play good, this team can win 6 or 7 games.
I think an offense that can't move the ball is in trouble.
I think they can do it. It all depends offensive line. The big boys got to get it done first. Danny, keeping it on campus, another big-time sport. Men's basketball, big weekend, big win, on Sunday against Northwestern over in Chicago area. Manny Harris, 25 points in the second half. Does this win keep Michigan's NCAA tournament chances alive?
Absolutely. I mean, it keeps them alive. Whether or not it gets them in the tournament, right now they're right on the brink of that bubble. ESPN's bracketology has them as the first team outside the field of 65. So when you put that in perspective, pretty much what they need, I think, they have to win the games on their schedule that they are supposed to win. They have home games against Minnesota and Purdue. They have road games against Iowa, Wisconsin, and then Minnesota again.
How many of those games can they win, though?
They're going to need to win on the road.
It looks like to me
they have to win a game on the road.
Realistically, they can go 1-4 on that stretch. Realistically, and the one win would be at Iowa. Because I don't think they can beat Purdue. I don't think they can beat Minnesota. Lost to them twice last year, and we know they can't beat Wisconsin. We've already seen that at home over in January.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the same team that beat Duke, beat UCLA, has beaten Illinois.
It doesn't matter. Those aren't Big Ten teams. This team has no inside presence.
Illinois.
They cannot beat top-tier Big Ten teams. Okay, Illinois when they weren't Illinois yet. Top 20 Illinois team.
And a Penn State team who's right in the mix and right in the middle of the conference.
They're not doing anything. They're not going anywhere.
Chris, it's possible. They have to go 3-2 down the stretch. They have to win their first game of the Big Ten tournament.
Realistically, they're going to go 1-4. They're going to have to get to the finals of the Big Ten tournament at least to sway some
I don't think 1-4 gets them in unless they win it.
Yeah,
the magic
something
number.
like that. I can see that happening
We've put the magic number at 20.
And
they're 16-10 right now. That's 4 wins. That's 3-2 down the stretch and opening round game.
And I was shocked to hear. I was at John Beeline's radio show on Monday at the Pizza House in Ann Arbor there, and he sounded very confident. Like the team, he feels like he has some good wins rolled up, some good showings against the Yukon and other teams, Michigan State this past week. But I don't think he should be so confident. They're only 16-10, 6-7 in the Big Ten. If they're losing record in the Big Ten, that's not going to look good. I don't think there's going to be so many teams going to the Big Ten. He was saying maybe 7 teams out of the Big Ten in the Big Ten.
Right now the Big Ten has
Beeline.
the second highest conference RPI behind the ACC. That's ahead of the Big East. This team has teams that can play. I mean, you look at teams up top. Michigan State could be one of the underdogs going into the NCAA tournament. They could possibly get a #1 seed. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Chris, it's not a bad conference this year.
Not a bad conference, but not too good either. Don't get carried away.
Good mix of teams right there, though, with some good wins. They've held their own outside of conference play. We'll see how it turns out. We're going to shift gears. Staying on the hardwood, though, we're going to go to the NBA. Chris, it was a fun little All-Star weekend. We had Crypto Nate taking down Superman in the dunk contest. And we had Kobe and Shaq getting together, working their magic, co-MVPs. What'd you like? What didn't you like? I mean, are you a fan of NBA All-Star Weekend?
Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of NBA All-Star Weekend. Lots of entertainment. Also, they played horse this weekend. A few guys involved with that. Geico. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they spelled Geico right. Yeah, that was on Saturday. The dunk contest, that was just neat. I thought how Dwight Howard lent himself as a prop to Kryptonite Nate Robinson.
It was great.
And basically allowed Nate Robinson to leap over him, regain his title that he won back in 2006. Nate Robinson now has more dunk titles than Dwight Howard. So,
there you go.
I think
Dwight will be back, though. That.
I think that was a good note, and I think it was good for the league, too. Working together, it shows a little something about the players involved. And then the Shaq and Kobe storyline, I just love that personally because I loved it when those two were together winning championships.
I think that was a little bit pushed by the media. Just to an extent.
It definitely was. Well, the whole time, when they were in LA, when they're supposedly feuding, that was also pushed by the media. So
Shaq only played 10 minutes and won a co-MVP. I think that was pretty much set up.
Well, 17 points. The big man dominated. No look pass down the court. You see the
give and go.
The give and go slamming.
The legs of Dwight.
Plus, more importantly, how about? I'm going to talk about this later. Big C Spree, the dance to open the act. That was the highlight of the weekend right there. I think was dancing, and it's not like he did this for himself for his own popularity.
No, he was having fun.
He did it for his kids. His kids said, "Hey, we like those guys. Dad, can you go dance with them?" Yeah, I'm Shaq. I can hook it up, and there he is. All-Star Weekend, 7'1", 350 pounds.
It's great to see these guys having fun. I'll touch on another aspect here real quick. If you remember on the show, last week I was on talking some NBA, and I told you one of the storylines I was looking forward for was Kevin Durant becoming a breakout star in this league. 46 points in the rookie-sophomore game. I know it's the rookie-sophomore game. I know it means absolutely nothing. But this kid can play. I think he was snubbed that he didn't get on the Western Conference All-Star team to begin with. To light it up, 46 in the rookie game, and then dominating the horse competition.
Well, and you know what?
Geico, if we want to call it
he might
that.
Get this much, a whole lot better in the second half. That just came out. Tyson Chandler
to
the Oklahoma City. If he can get healthy, get him on the front line. You got Jeff Green, you got Durant, you got
and that team started to win a few games there.
Yeah, they're definitely turning it around. Durant, as he gets bigger and stronger, the team will get bigger and stronger. I think. Just keeping in basketball, college.